After a fiery collision in Los Angeles, the search for clues and victims. And in the war, Iraqi gunners shoot 2 U.S. warplanes out of the sky. This is the CBS Evening News. Bob Schieffer reporting. Good evening. There are 2 major stories tonight. That freak accident at the Los Angeles International Airport and the Gulf War, of course. Iraq fired more Scud missiles into Israel and Saudi Arabia tonight. So far, though, no reports of damage. We're going to start with the Friday night collision of the jetliner and a commuter plane. Richard Roth in Los Angeles has today's developments.
At daylight, with rescue efforts over, work resumed on 2 tasks still facing authorities at Los Angeles Airport: counting the dead and finding the cause. SkyWest Airlines confirmed today all 12 passengers and crew aboard its commuter plane were killed in the collision with the U.S. Air jet, raising the known death toll to at least 18. Accident investigators said they could barely make out the remnants of the small plane beneath the wreckage of the jetliner.
I'm not sure whether that complicates or simplifies the task there, because you can get to a stage of damage that it interferes with your ability to document.
Instrument data and voice recorders from the jet were recovered and sent to Washington for analysis. Observations at the crash scene and taped control tower conversations will be early clues to determining why the accident occurred. But survivors have already told what happened when the 2 planes collided. A thud and a burst of flame on impact, the force of the inbound U.S. air jet skidding the wreckage across a taxiway more than 100 yards to a crash stop at an unused utility building. It left skid marks burned onto the tarmac and long minutes of horror on the memories of those who lived through it.
And all of a sudden there's a thud, big flash on the port side, and we start sliding. Long way we're sliding, and there's fire on the outside on the engine.
There is no way I can get out from the front, the regular entrance. So when I looked back, there were about 3 seats behind of me. Just there was an exit opened already. So I jumped down there.
Then we got out on the wing, which was hot, and there was flame, and we had to jump.
Hospitals treated more than 24 passengers. At least 3 were in critical condition. Ronald Givens was well enough to be released today, but surviving the accident changed his mind about air travel.
Never again. Never.
SkyWest, the commuter carrier, said investigators are trying to determine if miscommunication between the tower and one of the pilots was what caused the crash, by putting both planes in the same place, tragically, at the same time. Richard Roth, CBS News, Los Angeles.
With fewer air controllers handling more and more traffic, experts say that airplane collisions are accidents waiting to happen. We have more on that now from correspondent David Dow.
The Los Angeles accident appears to have been just the kind of tragedy national transportation officials have worried about when they put better runway safety on their annual most wanted list. What's happening on the ground reflects the growing congestion in the air.
There is no room for error on the part of either pilot or controller. That's the bottom line.
At the nation's major airports, there's been an annual average of nearly 300 runway incursions in recent years. Aircraft at the wrong place at the wrong time. Some such incidents involved close calls, a few death. 8 persons died in the collision of 2 Northwest Airlines jets on a Detroit runway 2 months ago. 8 months earlier, a private pilot died when an Eastern Airlines jet ran over his small plane on a runway